Just I'm putting a weight on the fucking back foot. I'll twist it. It's not ideal, this thing. I mean, it's alright, just for, it's like a toy really, but, you know, it's alright for a boxer size. But, this frame is no good if you want to train seriously. But like I say, it's alright for exercise. I should have got one and just fixed it to the wall, I mean the ceiling. I mean, it does me, really. I mean, I doubt I'll ever be fighting again. I'm just trying to get through each fucking day. I shouldn't really be doing this, but I've got nothing else to do. Friday night, and I'm indoors, on the fucking top. It's not bad. I've been hobbling about for 2 days now. Not an excuse. It's my own fault. Can't turn the foot. I've pulled the muscle in my calf. It's a little bit better than what it was yesterday. Right. I can't put my weight on it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Down 1. Up 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Down 1, 2, 3. See, not connecting right. About this bag and all, there's no height adjustment once I take it up on the chains. But I don't really want to do that because it ruins the swing. As I could. You want to use this thing, be careful of your feet on these legs that are on the floor. The nerve hurts. You ain't got, especially if you haven't got shoes on, I mean trainers on or whatever. Can't really do any footwork. Oh, I should. Come on, do 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Just starting to get a little sweat. It is warm in here though. Turn the heating off. Hands low. Right, hands low if you're moving about, but if you're coming in close, keep the hands high really. I mean, not that I'm one to be giving out advice to anyone, but I had a good trainer when I was a kid. He was a very good trainer. He was an ABA champion in 1948. He's gone. I still talk to his nephew Darren. Nice fella. I spoke to him yesterday, but sadly, my trainer from when I was a schoolboy has passed away now. But his wife June, she's still alive. Hello June, if you're ever watching. See, that's the thing. You gotta be careful. Ah, that was funny, but dangerous. These things, see, they're supposed to be weighted down. You know, you ain't meant to pepper these. The whole frame nearly went over and took me with it. So just be careful of that. Yeah, so now I'm not going to be putting any power in it. It's hurting my leg anyway. Or my calf, my right calf. That could have been very, very bad indeed. So yeah, really it needs bolting to the floor, but you know, if you're far out hitting these, it's, you know, it makes it raise off the floor more. So I'm staying close. See what I mean? I'm coming back to jab. Look, see that raised off the floor? That's why I was close up. And I know some of you guys were saying, oh, you know, stand back when you're jabbing. Of course, I did used to do boxing. I was a schoolboy champion. I'm not saying I weren't a national champion or anything. I got beat by national champions. I'd done the boxing for a couple of years, 2-3 years. Started when I was 12, just turned 12, 11 maybe. My brother-in-law Brian got me into it. He's from Barking, and he started seeing my sister, you know, before they got married, and he got me into the boxing. He used to train in Sheffield at Brendan Ingall's gym. Well, he's trained at loads of gyms. But yeah, hi Brian if you're watching. But yeah, so Joe Allen asked me to talk a little bit about boxing as a kid. Now I did this little short video about how many amateur fights I had, and someone said to me, you said you had a draw. You don't have a draw in the UK in amateur boxing, which is correct, mate, you do not. But, sorry I'm out of breath, that's how unfit I am. It was a gym show, you know. When you're like a kid, you've got to be either 11 years old, or if you're older than 11 and your balls haven't dropped, you have to wait till then, you know. So basically I was probably a bit immature, and it's called the coffin drop. You know, you have to have a medical card to fight. You can't do that in amateur boxing until you're 11, or if you're over 11, you know, and your balls haven't dropped, it won't make any difference. You've still got to do the coffin drop. So yeah, I didn't get mine till I was 12, you know. So I had my first gym show, I think it was either 11 or 12, and there was no winner. That was at Epsom Ewell Amateur Boxing Club on the Longmead Estate there. You know, it's quite a well-known place. There's a lot of YouTube videos about it. You can check them out. Right, nephews both went to that club. You know, when I was doing it, when I was at school, all the kids were doing it. This is like 82, 83, 84. All the local kids were doing it at school. I mean, there weren't no boxing at schools then. There was in right up until the 1960s, I think. I think my dad done a little bit of schoolboy boxing in the school, you know, until they stopped all that. I mean, girls boxing is nothing new. There's a video on BFI Player, on the BFI channel, British Film Institute, on YouTube, about a girl boxer doing amateur boxing in the 1950s. So yeah, that's nothing new. But obviously it's a lot bigger and a lot more money involved now. The kids get more sponsorship and go competitions all over the world, and you know, it keeps the kids out of trouble, away from knives and all that horrible stuff. You know, I used to carry a knife, you know, and all that, yeah. You know, I've been done for all that sort of stuff, been in prison for it, and that is not a good life. You know, if you're carrying a knife, chances are you're gonna end up using it. You know, and the people carry knives because they're scared. That's basically it. That's why I was carrying one, because people was out to bloody rob me all the time, give me drugs and stuff, or wanted revenge for fights and stuff where I'd won. You know, I'm not bigging myself up or anything like that, because I'm not that kind of guy. You know, if any of you want to say this is bullshit, that's fair enough. I only speak the truth these days, you know, and all my channel is about my life experiences and you know, my life stories. And I've been ill recently, you know, I'm undergoing tests at the moment again. I've got to have a fecal test. I'm waiting for the results. I put that in 2 weeks ago, and I've just had a text from the hospital today saying that I've got to do another one. So, you know, that's getting on my nerves and stressing me out. Either they've lost the test or there's something wrong with it again. So I'll have to get that done, but you know, this has been going on since last year. So, I mean, the NHS, they're under a lot of pressure at the moment. And, you know, they do a great job. You know, anyone in the rest of the world, you know, we're lucky here to have free healthcare treatment. So I remember when I was living in Spain, in Barcelona, you know, you had to pay for treatment. You know, there was no benefits out there either if you wasn't working. You know, you had to, you only got benefits if you was disabled out there. So, you know, we are lucky in this country. Because I don't work at the moment, and obviously I'm not a ponce. I have worked, paid a lot of tax before in my life, so I'm not no ponce. So whoever that is, sending me messages telling me I'm a fucking ponce, go fuck yourself, mate, because I'm not, yeah? Whoever you are. But anyway, I barred you from my channel now, mate. I'm not going to say your name, because you'll probably love that. So, but yeah, forget about that, mate. So yeah, it's good for your little workout. And you know, well, I used to inject drugs as well. Got terrible circulation, and you know, cardio, really good for the circulation, opens up the vascular system and all that, you know. So yeah, I'm going to call this a day in a minute, you know, because I don't want to have an accident, you know, with where this frame's not weighted down. I'm going to have to get some, I can get the weights, you can get the weights that fit to this frame on Amazon. Like I say, it's worth the money, and it's alright for like boxercise, keep fit. It's basically a toy really, you know, it's not a professional bag setup, you know what I mean? For something like that, you know, that has to be bolted to the ceiling. So, you know, but it will be, it's alright for me at the moment, you know, until I get something better, you know. And it's quite sturdy, it's easy to put together. So, yeah. Yeah, so back to the boxing, what actually happened? Yeah, I've done it for 2-3 years. Had quite a lot of fights, met loads of people. Bruno, I think I met, Henry Cooper, Peter Duncan, off Blue Pete. I used to do all these dinner shows, they were called, you know, where everyone used to wear a black jacket, you know, and a bow tie and all that, and all be really smart, and they'd all have a meal, and all the kids would be boxing and stuff like that, you know. Couple of my friends that I knew, close friends, from Carshalton were on, and Wellington, and Roundshaw were on Henry Cooper's Golden Belt, you know. I want to say hello to them. You know who you are, yeah, but that was a great show, you know. Maybe they should start doing things like that again, you know, putting the kids boxing on the telly and stuff like that, you know. And I think after that, in the late 80s, it all started being head guards again and all that sort of stuff, and the anti-boxing brigade got involved again, you know. So yeah, but yeah, it was good back in the day, like I say. But I did lose my last 3 fights. You know, by the time I was 14, I was taking amphetamines, just sniffing it I was, and smoking dope, smoking puff, you know, smoking hash, smoking a little bit of weed I was. I started doing